Alright, let me do the responsible thing and put this thing in the tripod. Okay, good. Alright. On my way to work, let's take this again. Yeah, so as the title shows, I got that thing. I got the... Yeah, so it wasn't recently. I actually got it in February of this year. Today is April 1st. I got it in February. And it pretty much started with just having fever, sore throat, and chills. And initially I thought that it was just like a really bad flu, which I may get once a year. And so a little story about me and viral illnesses. In 2017, I'd gone overseas to do a workshop in a treatment called ozone. And in that workshop, I'd initially gone there to learn about using it for cancer and for chronic illnesses because I was fascinated by the research that was coming out of Europe. While I was there though, it was a pretty intense workshop. I had to go through a lot of basic science that I hadn't gone through since medical school. They have a lot of literature documented about how it works and how it's used in different diseases. They have different protocols. And one of the things that fascinated me was that they said that it's used successfully to treat viral illnesses. And that kind of stuck with me. And so in March of last year, when my country had the first case, I realized that if any of my friends or family were ever to be affected by the virus, my plan was that I was going to make sure that they'll be able to get the ozone treatment that was being offered by me. Now, since 2017, I've been using that treatment to treat so many different illnesses successfully, following the protocols developed in Italy and other countries. There are some researchers that have published hundreds of articles. And so it's very good for boosting the immune system and so on. The information is on the website for those of you who follow me regularly. And the point is that when I developed the symptoms in February, I put the plan in place that I had had for over a year, which was to treat myself with ozone, and I also use ivermectin. And my experience is that the symptoms resolved within 48 hours. So the fever, the sore throat, the chills, most of them disappeared within 48 hours. And of course I still had the really bad tiredness, a tired feeling of just wanting to go back to bed all the time. And so that was my experience with the virus. I think that treating myself with the therapies that I use every day at the office really did help me. And the funny thing that I wanted to share was that just recently, one of my family members, while I was visiting with them just for the weekend, they woke up one morning just really high fevers, chills, joint pains, difficulty getting out of bed, feeling drowsy, like they want to go back to bed all the time. And in fact, their oxygen saturation started to fall. Now, I had traveled with my machine and equipment just coincidentally because I was going to treat another patient for a sports injury. And so I realized that, hey, you know, this is my family member, I need to be able to do something. And so Nisha and I hooked up the person to the ozone machine, did a treatment for them right there in their bedroom, and then we continued to monitor the oxygen levels throughout the day. Towards the evening, his oxygen levels were falling, and so I decided that we would take him to the hospital. When you reach the hospital, the doctors there said that they didn't think that it was serious enough for him to be admitted, and then they said that it was too early to do the COVID test and get the rapid test and get a positive result because the symptoms had just started that day. And so what we did was to just keep the person at our house overnight and observe them as best as we could. Now, to my surprise, the next morning the person jumped up before us, made breakfast for themselves, bathed, got ready, and came and woke us up and said, hey, you guys not waking up to go to work. And the truth is that that has been the experience of every single patient that we've treated with the the ozone treatment for the virus. It has been my experience. I understand the biochemistry and the medicine and the science behind how it works, and all of that. I've created a website that you guys can go to. It's ozonejamaica.com. You can check it out for yourselves. Look at the information. I know there's a lot of misinformation going around now, so I've put everything out there for you to read and make your own decisions. But I'm just sharing my experience, and in addition to that, we're going to be releasing quite a few testimonials about what other people have experienced using ozone for the virus. The other thing about it is that this is not something that's new. There's lots of articles published throughout Europe documenting the utility of this treatment in treating various viral illnesses. All of the studies are published on the website, so this is not something that is being discovered suddenly or recently being attempted. It's not an experiment. This is something that has been done for ages, probably decades, and the research is very sound. So I'm looking forward to being able to help anybody who is interested. One of the other things that I did was I took ivermectin. You may have heard about that drug, and it's pretty cheap, pretty easy to use, and I think that also helped with my particular recovery. In the other cases, I wasn't able to get ivermectin for some of the people, and so I think that was just the ozone working. But for what it's worth, there are options available. I'm not here to try and create a sensation, although I guess the title looked a little sensational, but I'm just having fun. There are options available. You know that one of the things that I'm passionate about is making different options available to people, and so ozone is one. So if you're interested in looking at it, if you want to put together a plan for yourself, for what you want to do should you be affected by the virus, there is a plan that you can put in place. You can call the office, you can go to the website ozonejamaica.com, and as I said from my previous post, you are welcome to look at all the information available with all the options for keeping yourself safe. You make the decision that you think suits you best. Make sure it's a well-informed decision and you move forward with it. This is not a time for fear or panic. This is a time for responsible action. And so I created this little video here just to show you what my experience was. And you can visit the website to learn more. Have a great day, guys. I think it's gonna be a great day for me as usual. I see a little face. I see a little face sticking in. You want to say hi? Look at this beautiful face.
Hi, kids! And Brown Sugar! And Ingrid! And I think it's Roseanne. Well, hello everyone. I'm so happy that you joined us. It's great to see you. And we will catch you on our next live video. Have a great day.
Bye. You can press X.